Everybody ready? What is really good, everybody? It's your boy DJ Caroline with a K. I got Kent Chu in the building. It's Galactic Rhythm Radio. We got Locksmith in the building. Yo, how you doing, man?
Hey, maintaining ain't nothing moving. It ain't nothing moving, so you know we moving.
That's what's really good, man. Welcome back, man. It's your second time up at the station, man. How you been doing?
I've been maintaining, man. Taking care of priorities first. Keeping the man upstairs first, and trying to sustain off of what we do best, what we love.
Yeah, man. Why don't you give a quick recap of who you are, what you're about for the people? You know, it's been a little minute since you've been up here.
Yep. So I go by You Know Me Well on streaming platforms, on all social sites. I go by Locksmith on Instagram. And where I'm from, they know me as Lakel. So my formal name is You Know Me Well, Lakel Locksmith. I'm an independent songwriter, independent music publisher, entrepreneur, and the owner of D-Rod House clothing brand. Make sure you tap into that. Shop with me. You can find me online. Let's get to it.
That's what's really good, man. Yo, man, so you know, you've been in the game for a minute.
Yeah.
You've been making music for a minute, man. Since what, early 2000s or since before that?
Well, yeah, I've actually been producing music before 2000 as a writer, freestyler, but I've been releasing to the streaming platform since 2019, late 2019.
Okay, yeah man. So how was you affected by the pandemic? Did you just thug it out, or you was thriving out here?
Man, I loved it. I ain't gonna hold you. I loved it as an artist. I ain't have to go to work. I ain't have to do nothing but make content and music. Like, it gave me room to lock in to myself, bro.
Yeah.
I'm an introvert, so I was good.
Oh, you didn't mind at all. So yeah, man. So you know, you brought some new music up here with us, but you actually have a new business venture that you were discussing with me, and this is something that you know, seemed like it was not really gate kept, but it wasn't really known by a lot of artists. And I'll let you explain it a little bit.
All right, so you was exactly right. It has been gate kept, and that's the kicker to it. This is a gate kept
Industry
space. Yeah, like, so what we're speaking about directly is about syncing, music placement, syncing for royalty splits and exclusive licensing for your music. So I'm sure everyone's heard about it. It's not as closed in as it was before, but as an independent artist, we always search for ways to make revenue off our music. One of the go-tos that I've been locking in with as of recently is sync licensing. I say blessed, to say the least, linked with some legit people who actually do this, and that's the avenue that I've been working as of lately. I have not acquired multiple funds off of it. I don't want to feed anyone any misinformation, but it is an opportunity available for artists who can produce their own music, means self-record, or get their music recorded without having to have it exposed to other people due to contractual agreements if you do find a placement or land a placement. But we have people, a company that you can work directly with for potential music sync licensing. And I just want to pitch that out to any independent artist who's serious about, you know, acquiring revenue, potential revenue, notoriety from their music, and a potential long-term gain in the long-term game with the music creation.
So, okay.
I don't hear nothing from a Cowboys fan. Starfox Jets commented and said you was a bona fide, certified Cowboys fan. So we don't want to hear nothing from no Cowboys fans up here.
Yeah.
Hey.
We'll let you get one question in. But you need to be asking a question to Jerry Jones about why they losing every year in the playoffs.
Hey.
I'm just saying, you asking the wrong questions. You asking the wrong questions to the wrong people. You need to be talking to Jerry Jones.
Big Jones.
I don't have time for that.
Y'all got a lot of time on your hands now.
I am not a Cowboy fan. Okay. Basically, can you elaborate in layman's terms? I know you told us all about, but in layman's terms, can you explain it so we can get a more deeper understanding in layman's terms?
All right, so in layman's terms, what we do is we produce EPs or albums, 5 songs or 10 songs, EP or albums. The production is done in part by a music producer who produces an original beat. They provide the artist, which will be you, with those original instrumentals, so that way we bypass any copyright issues. Once you, the artist, produce the work, meaning put the lyrics and the audio files to the beats, is rendered back to the producer who does the background work of mixing and mastering your track and producing the cover art for your track, like you're releasing the album or whatever. That's then sent off to potential clients, which are companies who facilitate music inside of films and TV shows. So if your song is chosen by the company, you're placed under a contractual agreement for that song. When it's released, you receive royalties, either an upfront payment or a back-end payment for your songwriting royalties. It's just a process of pitching your music to companies who need music that fits their show or their movie, and you potentially get a placement from that. It's a process of getting the song produced, getting it pitched, and getting the placement. And it's some fees and monetaries involved because it's business, and we would go into debt in discussing that with potentially serious artists, not to push anyone away, because when people hear money, they run. So, it's a business, so we facilitating business.
Works for me.
So, what's like the primary genre of music that most people are looking for, in the scene industry?
To be honest, it's widespread. Okay, it's widespread because you have to consider all of the type of shows and movies that's produced. I wouldn't want to isolate it to one genre. I mean, but it's hip hop as of lately has been real predominant in like commercials, most TV shows, ESPN, video games. So hip hop is a big one, but then you also have pop, rock, whatever that can be facilitated within a theme. You're going to need background music for it, and it's not just for lyrics; it's also for instrumentals.
Yeah.
So it's open to an influx of different type of artists.
I know there's a show on Netflix that's like real popular right now called Love Is Blind. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it.
Nah, I missed that one. Yeah.
It's real popular, but it's like when I would see it, I don't necessarily watch it, but I would see other people watching it. It's almost like every time they would cut or get done with a scene, a song would start playing. You know what I mean? And it's like almost like the lyrics of the song match up to like what the theme is in the episode or whatever it is that it is placed with. So is there a way to kind of cater your music to be more, I guess, in line with what people are looking for, or is it just kind of like you shooting in the dark a little bit?
No, it's actually, and this isn't privy information, but this is kind of some of the information that's kept back, right?
Man, asking the hard questions up here, man.
It is a way to get your stuff more closely aligned with what people are looking for.
Right.
But in the large scheme of answering the question, it's kind of like theme writing. Mm-hmm. So when you go to write a track, the majority of the time you writing about what you know, what you used
your
to.
Your personal experience.
Right.
Or something rather another.
More so. So far as getting placements, the majority of the time when you're dealing with shows, they have scenes that's speaking towards a certain concept or a feeling, right?
Yeah. So
you move right. You write from the place of how you feel, and that fits a certain criteria, or you write from the place of sports. You know what I mean? That's how you cater your music to it, because you never know what they want in essence, right? You don't know exactly what they want unless you happen to see a listing. I need this type of music.
Right.
So when you're writing for potential syncs, you're writing with a theme. So if I'm gonna write about motivation, I'm gonna cater my track towards things that entail motivation, and you stick to that script throughout the song. Mm-hmm. Everything has to cater towards motivation, because if not, it's not going to fit the criteria of what they're looking for when they listen to it. So just picking themes, stick to a theme, and try not to deviate from it in the sense of this concept. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like just at the basis, that's what you're going for.
So, are you acquainted with a lot of sync artists right now? Are you been getting deeper into the industry, and what else people kind of like?
Yeah, I'm not super acquainted with a lot of artists. I might be a hard. It sometimes seems like I might be a hard shell to crack or something. That's what it seems. I know more producers than artists.
Yeah.
And the artists that I do know personally on a personal level that I interact with, I'm always trying to pull them into what I'm on.
Yeah.
But as noted, oftentimes when you're speaking about finances, that's kind of like that turn people away, and which I understand. You know what I mean? Because it's turned me away from some things like as well. So like,
yeah,
I'm looking for artists. I'm looking for artists who can do the work, willing to do the work, willing to invest in themselves in this vein, and to stick to the script. You know what I mean? I want to see them hit like just like I want to hit. Like, so that's why I'm open to right now.
Word. So it sounds like you trying to put yourself in a better position. You actually got this track you brought up here, Boss Up.
Oh yeah.
You want to tell us a little bit about that joint?
Yeah. So Bossed Up. It was just recently released. Maybe at the beginning of this year, last year. Shout out to Matrix Beats. Matrix Beat. You're doing a lot for a lot of industry artists. Fire your tracks. Y'all lock in with Matrix Beats. It was on the back end of D Rug House. So D Rug House being the brand, Bossed Up is speaking to transitioning from being more so a hustler to an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? A hustler, you a boss, you do your thing, whatever. But being an entrepreneur, you are definitely a boss, and you definitely have to have a CEO type mindset to go through the ups and downs. So Bossed Up is the hustler speaking to the transition into the entrepreneur with a hustler's mind type time.
Okay, well, we got that joint Bossed Up. A Lot Smith in the building as Galactic River Radio.
Two, tip off, toss up. From the corner, knock the tips off. I boss up. Every second to your lips off. With a bit, I don't want no love. Two, tip off, toss up. From the corner, knock the tips off. I boss up. Every second to your lips off. With a bit, I don't want no love.
Kid play around and get crisscrossed.
They put about 80 rounds in that car.
Smoke out zero clash with my
She's a I just lock them in like I'm a jigsaw.
You ain't never dodge no dark. Schedule 2 with the spark, which grew with 100 killers with no heart. Trying to prove nigga who heart bigger.
Stand on business in the dark.
Yeah.
Play with them lines like a
Play with
heart.
them lines like a
Cocaine,
heart.
hydrochloride, beat their bass up. That's an instrumental. Used to write my verses like the segregation on toilet paper with a fence. You a hate, then you talk too much.
Yeah,
You a
save
hate,
me, bro.
like Wendy Williams.
Save me, then I get double even if I can.
I've been busting down there, white girl like a hood. Out in Melrose, with your blood like I got the mat. All in my mirror since first grade. I've been a player. I'm a strike something I won't spare. My rap shit like a charming road.